Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from AnthonysCustoms, and for this review, we are looking at the Mondo Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles RAPHAEL 1/6 scale collectible figure. Now this is the Mondo exclusive version, so it will come with some bonus accessories. I'll denote which ones are bonus accessories when we get to that part. Otherwise, it's the exact same core figure with all of the main accessories, so no need to worry there if you can't get the Mondo exclusive version. So these guys have been generally okay figures. They do come in at a pretty high price point. Quality control has been pretty low, but they are particularly aesthetically pleasing for the most part. So if you're a Turtle fan, this is going to be kind of a value call on your part. I'll give you all the information you need. You'll be able to decide from there. So let's go ahead and get this guy off the stand and take a closer look. This guy stands just about 25 centimeters, which makes him just above 9 3/4 inches tall. They're all pretty much the exact same size, with the exception of Leonardo and Donatello having their heads sit farther down on the neck, so that makes them farther up, I'm sorry, so that makes them just a little bit taller than Raph and Mikey. So you guys can see, again, it's very saturated, very aesthetically pleasing looking figure, very high contrast with the black line work and all that kind of stuff, a little bit of shading throughout. So that's the strongest point for these figures. They have a really cool aesthetic, but the quality control is just not great, and we're going to get to that in a little bit. But first, let's go ahead and talk about accessories. We do have the normal head for Raphael with the red bandana, and since you can't give him another red bandana, they gave him one without his bandana at all, so I guess that's a cool option to have. We do have his baby turtle, which is color matched to the figure. We have 2 gripping hands that come on him in the package, 2 hands with the claw thingies on them, and then 1 fist hand, which I don't know if we got a fist hand for anybody else, so that's kind of cool. We do have a TCRI canister, a Casey Jones mask, a grappling hook with rope, an orange blaster type gun, Utrom, which is fairly nicely done, which is pretty cool looking. We have his 2 size, of course, and then we have 4 total throwing stars, 2 4-point and then 2 8-point stars. So pretty nice batch of accessories. Probably, I don't know if it makes up for the quality control. That's going to be up to you. It's cool to have the accessories, but like how effective is that blaster or the Casey Jones mask or the grappling hook? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how useful they're going to be. Anyway, let's go ahead and get on to the figure. So, just like for Michelangelo, the head is made out of a softer plastic with a much deeper socket in here, so it fits on the neck properly. You can see that it actually pops down onto the neck, and you can move it around without having any problems. Prior to Mikey and Raph, the situation we had was that the head didn't fit on the neck properly at all. Almost no socket in there, and the heads just fell off very easily and didn't fit properly. So, it's not good that they're different, but it's good that they at least modified the design a little bit to make it better for these guys. I don't know if it's better aesthetically with it seated lower or not. That's going to be kind of up to you. All right, the bandana does rotate, and his is at least a little bit better than Michelangelo's because it actually hangs, so it actually rotates around purposefully rather than just spinning around essentially on an axis. Okay, well, it's always on an whatever. Okay, so for the shoulder, we have a ball hinge, which works pretty well. You can even go a little bit higher, so pretty effective ball hinge, full rotation, no problems there. Bicep swivel is okay, no real issues there. Single jointed elbow, not quite 90 degrees, and it's kind of ugly, so that is not the best design in the world. There's no reason to not have the elbow band or pad or whatever you want to call it, go all the way around the elbow. Having that little sliver of whatever that is, it just looks weird. There's no need for it. That should have been sculpted on there much better. Or even made a separate piece. Especially since these figures are essentially all the same figure, so molding costs should have been pretty low. They probably could have done a little bit better. For the wrists, we have a swivel and a hinge, which is effective, except when you try to use it, the elbow rotates instead. So there you go, swivel and hinge. It's actually a pretty nice hinge. I like the way they worked it into the shape of the hand, so that's cool. For the hips, we have the same problems as before. It's a totally vertical ball hinge. So you do have the standard ball hinge functionality, but you're going to have to totally rotate it around in order to get it to work. And the shell is flexible, but not that flexible. So you are going to be somewhat restricted into your posing options, and it's going to be relatively difficult to get the poses where you want them. The turtle tail can be removed if you want to. I know a lot of people don't like the way that looks. I'd say just turn it so that it's facing back a little bit and leave it, but it can be removed. For the double jointed knees, they do function just fine, but they're super bulky and not great looking. You can see they actually get bigger as they get closer to the knee joint, especially on the thigh. Not so much down here, but it's super bulky and creates a really, really weird looking knee. Like his knee is almost as long as his whole leg, so very strange. Another thing to point out, I had this problem on Donatello and they replaced it. I have this problem again, only way worse on this guy, so hopefully they replace it also. His knee joints are totally mismolded. You can see it's just totally off center, all mangled up over here, a little bit off center here. Both of these are off by almost 50%. This one maybe even more. Just totally mismolded, so that is not cool. It's very, very ugly also. Definitely a problem. For the ankles, we have really good range going back, which is very good, but then almost no range going forward, just a little bit. So that's definitely a problem also. And then we have our ankle rocker, which does function, but it's fairly crooked. So I don't know, guys. Like, I really want to like this line more than I do. It's just got so many objectively questionable issues. Whether they're outright problems or just poor design choices, I don't know. I'm not the biggest turtle fan in the world, but I am a fan. I grew up with them, so I want to get things like this, and this set is just not that great. It's really not going to be something you want to buy unless you're trying to collect turtle stuff specifically. If you're just picking up cool stuff from when you were a kid, this might be an easy pass. I mean, considering these are 150-ish, and then the NECA figures are 100-ish, and they're way bigger. Now, I get that these are comic and those are movie, whatever. I gotta say the vote goes to NECA by a landslide, but these aren't without their benefits. They do look pretty cool, so you're going to just have to make that value call on your own. I've given you all the objective information. The rest is going to be up to you. So there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I have new videos up every single day. We talk about action figures, movies, TV shows, video games, all kinds of fun stuff, so make sure you come back for that. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and in the meantime, keep collecting.